Okay, so I'm going to start. I'm going to give myself a minute to get you guys set up and ready to go.
Prepare for 1 minute.
So we're going to grab some light weights for our first exercise. Like I said, we're going to do a single arm, single leg. So 5s or 3s or 2s will work. And again, if you want a wall, you can have a wall for this one. We're going to do 2 movements together. One is an upward fly. So see, my left arm is going to reach up and across my body. My palm is up to the ceiling. At the same time, I'm going to lift the other leg across my body. So out and cross, out and cross. And then we're going to keep that leg out, switch the arms. I'm going to put one arm to the front and one arm to the side for the second exercise. Those are our 2 exercises. Second round, we're going to go back and do the other side. Are you ready to go? Is it counting down for me?
It is. You got 10 seconds.
Okay. So get that facing forward, hand away from the body, and the opposite leg is out. Lift up and cross as you lift that leg.
Exercise 1 for 45 seconds.
We're working the chest here, front of the shoulder a little bit. Try to focus on the chest squeezing in. That foot is going to cross all the way across the hip. The arm is going to cross all the way over to the other shoulder.
And the arm that's lifting the weight is staying straight, so it's no bend in the elbow there. So not trying to work the biceps so much as the shoulder.
On the side, look like this.
There you go. Just as everybody has it, the timer's done.
For 45 seconds.
All right, now we're going to lift that leg to the side. Opposite arm goes out. The other arm goes straight forward. The shoulder raises. If you have any shoulder problems, you'll try shifting your palm grip. My left shoulder is hurting a little bit this morning, so if I turn my palm inward, it gets rid of the pain. Sometimes you can play around with little things like that. That's supporting.
We're going right now, right?
Yep, we're going. There's no rest in between. We got somebody trying to come in too.
I got it. I don't know who that is.
Repeat superset 1.
All right.
Exercise 1 for 45 seconds.
So we're switching arms, switching legs. Cross the body. Lift the leg and the arm. Cross the body. Lift and down. Good. You need to lower the weights. Lower the weights. If you feel like you can do more, then pick up a heavier weight. Good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, keep that same leg out.
45 seconds.
Arm goes forward. Opposite hand goes out. Same hand goes forward. Keep those abs nice and tight. Slight bend in the supporting leg. Even though the supporting leg, the standing leg, is not the one that's moving, it's doing a lot of work.
And one of those arms coming forward, one of them going sideways. So the leg that's lifting up on the side of the leg is lifting up, that arm's coming forward.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Woo.
Repeat
Back to the other
superset 1.
side.
Exercise 1 for 45
Crossing
seconds.
the leg and the arm in front of the body first. Lift and cross. Lift and cross.
Looking good. This one, if you can, your palms facing up as you cross over.
You don't want it to come up above your shoulder level, just to shoulder level. Suck those bellies in. Squeeze the supporting glute.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Whew.
Exercise 2
Same
for
leg.
45 seconds.
Then we'll lift that arm forward, other arm to the side as we lift that opposite leg. So you just want to do one arm and one leg, get that going, and then front arm if you're having trouble coordinating everything. Get those outer hips working.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat superset 1. Exercise 1 for 45 seconds.
Opposite arm, opposite leg, last round. Crossing the body with both the arm and the leg. Quads and your inner thighs are working on that lift.
Yep. And core, as you're crossing your body, that palm's facing up, not down. Yep. Oh, too heavy? Okay. Go ahead. Keep doing what you were doing.
The other thing you can do if your weight is too heavy is bend your elbow a little bit. That brings the weight a little closer. Shorter levers are easier to lift.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh,
Exercise 2 for 45 seconds.
last one. Get out. I had to think about that one. Oh, hips are feeling it. Good. After this one, we're going to do our bonus abs. Nice controlled movements, particularly on the way down. Don't just let them lower down on their own. Fight the resistance. Resist gravity.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, okay.
Next is superset 1 complete. Get ready for bonus.
Down to the ground. We're going to do
Abs for
some V
45
ups.
seconds.
In and out. Doing the vida loca. Abs tight. If you can't bring your shoulders all the way up, that's okay. Just little crunches. You only have one set of these.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Woo!
Rest for
All right, 1 minute rest while I explain the next moves to you. So our first one, we have a heavy weight. We're going to put it one arm. We're going to squat down, pick it up off the floor, do a row, put it back down to the ground, grab with the other hand, row backwards. Go all the way down, all the way up, squeeze. All the way down. And I want you to try to keep that chest up. Don't think of bending from the hips. Think of bending from the knees to get down. If you can't get down all the way, that's fine. Just switch your hands at the bottom. And then we're switching to a lighter weight for some bicep curls. These are going to be a little harder. So arms are going to be out to the side, palms to the ceiling, keeping the elbows away from the body. We're really focused on shoulder stability. We're not bringing our elbows in like we normally do. They're a little bit harder, so go a little lighter than you normally would. Maybe 5s, 6s, 8s.
Next is superset 2.
All right,
Exercise 1 for 45 seconds.
weight to the ground, up and row. Weight to the ground, up and row. From the side, it looks like this. Gotta get my heart rate up. It'll make me warm. Chest up. Oop. Squeeze that shoulder blade, pull the elbow back.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Grab those lighter weights.
Exercise 2 for 45 seconds.
Bicep curls. Those elbows away from the waist, abs nice and tight.
Everybody's looking great.
Those shoulders down, neck, head up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right,
Repeat superset 2. Exercise 1 for 45 seconds.
pick it up, throw it back. Switch, pull. Switch, pull. Keep breathing. Shoulders low, neck long.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Exercise 2 for 45 seconds.
Bicep curls. I put an extra 5 seconds in there so you have a little extra time to get ready and to do that exercise. Normally we just do 40 seconds. So don't worry if you don't get started right when she starts talking. Ooh, these are so much harder than regular bicep curls. Weights get heavy fast. The abs tight, neck long. Try to bring those hands all the way up to the shoulders. Find a little squeeze at the top.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Whew.
Repeat superset 2. Exercise 1 for 45 seconds.
Squat down, row up. Squat down, row up. Look at me the whole time. Don't be looking at the floor. Try not to put a dent in my floor. Exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down. Ooh, look at those legs, working out of her body all at the same time. This will get your heart rate up.
3, 2, 1.
Exercise 2 for 45 seconds.
Bring the heart rate back down a little bit, doing a nice single component move. Nice deep breaths here too. Full range of motion if you can. Doesn't hurt your elbows. Get it all the way out there, all the way in. Think of squeezing that arm and making the biceps pop at the top. Find that belly button is sucked in. Nice flat back. Squeeze the glutes.
Superset 2. Exercise 1 for 45
There
seconds.
we go. Squat and row. Good. Woo! How low can you go? Keeping that chest up. Look at me.
Welcome, Allie.
Woo, beat it. Squat and row.
Everybody's looking great. Sorry I disappeared there for a little bit. I was trying to help Allie get in.
Woo. Light weights for biceps.
Exercise 2 for 45 seconds.
Full range, out, in, out, in. Belly tight, pelvic tilt, squeeze the glutes, protect that low back. Woo, screen is full of participants, that's awesome. Welcome, welcome everybody, thanks for joining me. I'm watching you sweat. Hope I get you sweating too.
Nice control, everybody. Nice control. Looks good.
Woo.
Next is Superset 2 complete.
Woo,
Get ready
finished.
for bonus.
Bonus,
Bonus
bicycles.
45 seconds.
Down to the ground and do some bicycles. Full range of motion, extending the legs all the way. You can do a smaller range where you don't extend all the way. You do your level. Keep the elbows wide, fingertips are just resting on your head. Trying to lift one shoulder at a time.
Yep, this one's gonna go by real fast. Just one set. You got about 20 seconds left.
Not going by fast to me. Woo!
Everybody's working hard. Lots of knees pumping. I like it. Looking great.
Woo!
Rest for 1 minute.
All right, we get to stay on the mat for the next one. This one's a little bit tricky to demonstrate or for you to see, so I'm going to get off the mat so we have a little more contrast. We're going to lie on our side, on our forearm. So I want your body to be nice and straight. So you're pushing down into that forearm so your body's straight. Don't let your shoulder drop down here. Your knees are bent. You're going to take your top leg, lift it up, push it behind you. Once it's behind you, you're dropping that leg down and up, down and up. So you're squeezing the glutes nice and tight. Second one, we're going to go right up into a side plank. We're going to tap the elbow down in front and come up. Yep, and come up. Variations for this are bent knees. Or if you can't do that, lie on your back, take your 4 knees, and abs like this. Again, you do your level.
Next is Superset
Let's start
3.
with that side line.
Exercise 1 for
Call this a
45
pretzel. Knees
seconds.
bent. Bring that leg behind you and lift it up and down. So squeeze those abs tight. Push into that forearm so your upper body is lifted. Try to think of that back knee pushing backwards. You're lifting the heel and the knee at the same time, so you're not doing a clam where the knee is lifting. Whole body, whole leg is lifting up and down. You'll start to feel this in the obliques as well. All the way up the side hip. And we're getting those side gluteal muscles, the gluteus medius and the gluteus minimus, which are often problematic for us.
3, 2, 1.
Check that out. We're going to go up into our
Exercise 2 for
plank.
45 seconds.
Get that full forearm on the ground. Press your hand into the ground. Lift those hips if you can. Up, down, come up. Down, come up. Again, the variation, can't quite do those, is bend the knees. Lift those hips up off the ground and still do the rotation. Stack
better-
them with each other. You can have one foot in front of the other if you prefer.
It's better to do it from your knees if you can't hold that plank nice and straight across your body. So to do it from your knees, that's just fine.
Ooh.
If the plank is hurting too and your shoulders are bothering you, you can do it laying on your back like Terry was showing with a leg crossed over and doing a crunch.
All right.
Repeat Superset
Swing
3.
those legs around. Get to go to the
Exercise
other
1
side.
for 25 seconds.
Arm down, get that body up off the ground. Knees are slightly in front of you. Lift the top leg, push it to the back. Lift up and down. Stay focused. Gluteal exercise. Keep those feet up in the back. Don't let them drop on you. Lead with the heel. Think of the heel and the knee being on the same plane.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, into that side plank.
Exercise 2 for 45 seconds.
This is my bad shoulder, so we'll see how mine does on this side today. Elbows up, down, up.
Oh, wow, everybody's doing great. Nice work. Keep those bodies nice and straight.
It's that hammer time music that's motivating everybody. Down to my knees for the end.
Nice job.
Ooh. All right, back to the other side.
Repeat superset 3. Exercise 1 for 45 seconds.
Bring the knees slightly in front of your body. Get that body up nice and tall. Bring that top knee back. Lift it up and down. Keep the core tight. If you keep that core nice and tight, you should start to feel it into the obliques a little bit in the top here too. Keep pushing that heel back. Don't let the knee sneak forward on you. Keep it back there so those glutes have to do the work. Keep that shoulder pressing down, neck long.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
Exercise 2 for
All right, up to
45
that plank.
seconds.
Good part about doing these difficult side planks is that you only have to do 2 sets of them on each side. Ooh.
Repeat
Do the other
superset
side.
3. Exercise 1 for 45 seconds.
Get that good body position. Chest up. Knees forward, lift that top leg, push it to the back, and lift up and down. Keep breathing. For this round, we get our bonus abs. Keep pushing into that shoulder. Don't let your body sag down. Long neck.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Woo.
Exercise
Into our
2 for
plank.
45 seconds.
Down. Push it up.
You got this. You got this. Keep it up.
Oh, shoulder won't let me do anymore.
Next is superset 3 complete. Get ready for bonus.
All right, down onto your back, your bonus abs.
For 45 seconds.
Feet up in the air. Shoulders off the ground. We're going to tap the heels with our hand. Wiggle side to side. From the front. Tapping like this. Working those obliques a little bit more. Pull that chin into your chest. Tighten up the front of the neck. You need to put one hand behind your head. Feel free to do that for support. Otherwise, just really squeeze that chin inward.
Okay, looking good.
Whew.
Rest for 1 minute.
Okay, last superset. We have 2 exercises we're going to do on the ground. And we're going to need weights for lat pullovers and tricep extensions. So, and these are the double moves. So we're going to do a lat pullover. This is where you can put one foot up on an ottoman. We're going to extend our arms out. Then we're going to come up in a bridge, bring the hands up, that one-legged bridge. Bring it all the way out, out, and up. Second exercise, feet on the ground. Actually, feet can be up in the air or on the ground, whichever you're more comfortable with. We're going to do a tricep extension and a crunch. So I want you to notice the difference between the first move and the second move. The first move was a lat pullover, arms are straight over the head. The second move, elbows stay where they are, your arms bend to the side, and you do a crunch up.
Next
Starting
is
with those
superset
lat
four.
pullovers. Get one foot up,
Exercise 1 for
around the ground,
45
just lift
seconds.
one foot up. Arms go back. As your arms come up, lift into a bridge. Out, bridge, out. Keep track of which leg you're on so you know the next time to do the other leg. All right. Nice controlled moves. Keep those arms extended as far as you can.
Nice straight arms. If you need to take your foot off the chair and do your bridge from the ground, that's okay.
You can also do 2-foot bridges, if that makes it easier for you.
We had we have a couple people with some height issues on the object they're trying to use. So
Yep. Just
Exercise 2 for 45
All right,
seconds.
feet up or
arms nice and straight.
hands over your shoulders. Bend the elbows, straighten them up. Do a crunch. You want your feet down for this? You can keep your feet down.
So
Bend your knees.
this one is it's not a chest press. We're not bringing those elbows down. So you're starting with your arms straight up in the air, pointing straight up, and just bending at the elbows, dropping those weights back. So start with your arms straight up in the air, bend the elbows back, and then up. Don't let your elbows drop down. Just bending at the elbows, back to straight up in the air.
Exercise 1 for 45 seconds.
All right, now back to the lat pullover. Switch legs. Arms out. Up and hips go up.
And again, on this one, the arms stay straight the whole time, nice and straight. Drop back, and then up.
Squeeze that glute on the way up. I'm going to turn sideways for these.
Exercise 2 for 45 seconds.
Exercise 2. Bend the elbows down by the shoulders, stand them up, and then do a crunch. Then crunch.
So straighten those arms out. So again, gonna have the arms straight up in the air. Start there, just bend at the elbows, and then straighten your arms back out again, leaving them up high the whole time.
Keep those elbows right over your shoulders the whole time.
Really feel this one in the triceps and not as much on your shoulders.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat
Yep.
superset 4.
Next to
Exercise
bridge.
1 for 45
Put
seconds.
that first leg again. Arms over the head on this one, straight arms, lift up and bridge.
Arms nice and straight. Straight back up behind your head and then straight up again. All right. These are all looking good. Susie Sawyer, be careful how much you're bending your elbows in this one. You're going to really work your triceps twice. So just keep those arms nice and straight. Straighten those arms out and just using your shoulders to bend it back. So arms stay straight the whole time. Drop the weight behind your head with straight arms. There you go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Exercise 2 for 45 seconds.
Now in this one, we bend the elbows and work those triceps.
My hands are cramping on me.
And on this one, just 2 feet straight up in the air, bending the elbows, no bridging on this one. Bend the elbows and crunch. And Core, if those two weights are getting too heavy, hold one with both hands. That might work too.
Repeat superset 4. Exercise 1 for 45 seconds.
There you go. That looks better. All right, now we're back to the straight arm and the bridge.
Woo! My lats are getting tired. Hope you guys are too. Feel it in the chest on the way down as well. Oh.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Exercise 2 for 45
Hit
seconds.
those triceps one last time. Hands up over the shoulders. Amen. And up.
Keep those elbows right over your shoulders. Now we're looking good. Everybody's looking good.
Put your mask on your face.
Tricep and then a crunch. Tricep and then a crunch.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Woo!
Next is superset 4 complete. Get ready for bonus.
Bonus abs.
Final bonus abs for 45
Feet up in the
seconds.
air, or you can keep them on the ground. Hands at the chest. You're gonna reach up and cross over to one side of the feet and the other. A little rotation. One shoulder stays flat, the other shoulder lifts up. Almost done. You can bend the knees if you need to. Put the feet on the ground if you need to. Just focus on those core muscles.
Oh, go. Doing great.
It's done.
15 seconds or less.
Oh, come on, let's get those reps in.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Woo!
Superset workout finished.
Nice job, everybody. Lie down,
Awesome.
stretch those arms out. I gotta get a drink of water. Oh. Switch the music. Good job, everybody. Let's just lie on our back, tuck those knees into your chest. Just rock side to side. Let's see if I can put some slower music on. Let's open up the arms all the way to the side and drop the knees over to one side. We just work those obliques. So let's stretch out our side body. Turn your head away from the knees. And just take some deep breaths. Let that body relax and melt into that stretch. Slowly bring the knees into the center and then over to the other side. Let them drop down, keep the shoulders flat, look away from the knees. Let the shoulders relax and open up. Let the lower back open up. And slowly bring those knees back to the center. Drop the knees down to the ground. Let's do a figure 4. Just take one leg up in the air, bend it out, and cross it over the bottom knee. Push that knee out to the side. And then if you're able to, lift the bottom leg up off the floor, bring both knees towards your chest. Grab a hold of the back of that bottom leg. Gently pull in. You can use the elbow of the same arm to push that knee out to the side if you have a little flexibility to do that. And try to relax in the hips. Getting that gluteus medius and gluteus minimus butt muscles that we worked, that sideline leg lift. Keeping that figure 4, we're going to roll our hips a little bit away from the knee that's pointed out. So the knee that's pointed out, your body went a little bit to the side, extending that stretch a little bit further. Pulling both knees in toward your chest, pushing that knee out to the side. And bring it back to the center, uncross the legs, squeeze the knees in tight to the chest, stretch the legs up as far as you can, little hamstring stretch as a transition. And drop the opposite knee down. We're going to do figure 4 with the other side. Cross that knee over, press the knee out to the side. Slowly bring that bottom leg up off the floor and grab a hold of the back of that knee. Pull it toward the chest as you push out with the opposite knee, with the opposite elbow. And again, remember we're trying to relax the muscles here, so ease into it. If it feels too much of a stretch, then come down back here, let the muscles relax, and then come up, but you don't have to come up all the way. Find what spot allows you to relax the muscle. And to deepen the stretch a little bit, just rock your hips a little bit away from that knee that's pointed outward. The stretch goes a little bit deeper. If that's too much of a stretch, then back off, back to the regular one. You want the muscles to stretch and open up and relax. Hips back to the center, uncross the legs, tuck those knees in again. Let's do another hamstring stretch. So the knees are tucked in as close as you can, and you're going to straighten the legs up as far as you can. You might only get to here before you start feeling too much of a stretch. I have very flexible hamstrings, so I can straighten mine up. But don't expect to be able to get there. Do what you do. And also, I like this position because you can kind of massage the back of your legs while you're in this position. Loosen them up a little bit. We're going to take this into an inner thigh stretch by opening the legs out to the sides. So hands outside the knees, just open those legs out. Hold them there. You can use the hands on the inside of the thighs to press them down. Again, I have hypermobility, so I'm going to go a little lower than you guys are probably able to. Again, try to relax the muscles. If you feel like you're really tightening up to try to protect yourself, and the muscles are just contracting, take the hands on the outside of the thighs and ease it up a little bit so the muscles can relax and then just gradually go lower and lower once your body relaxes. Bend those knees, bring them together. Just kind of roll side to side. And then we're going to rock and roll up to a sitting position and roll over onto our hands and knees. Roll over onto your hands and knees. Right now our hands are underneath our shoulders. I want you to keep your shoulders where you are. Take the hands out in front of you and then push the shoulders down into the ground. We're stretching out those lats. We did a lot of work with those today. So press those shoulders down, keep the hips up. And bring those shoulders up. Walk those hands back underneath your shoulders. We're going to take right arm up, reach the sky, and I'm going to slide that hand right underneath. Thread the needle with that bottom arm and drop your shoulder onto the floor. Let your head rest down. And then you can bring this other hand up behind your back, stretching out the shoulders. Now take that arm that's on top and reach that out over your head. A little more stretch in the lats. Slide that hand in and lift yourself back up. Let's do a couple cat-cows, loosen up that back. I'm going to switch to the other side, so take that left arm up to the sky. Grab the needle underneath the bottom arm. Drop that shoulder right down onto the ground. Bring that top arm up behind the back. And stretch out that shoulder, neck relax. Bring that hand up. Reach over the head. Just a couple of yoga stretches here. And using that hand, pull it in, lift yourself back up into all fours. From here, we're going to pop up into a downward dog. You're going to push into your hands, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up. Press those heels down to the ground and press the shoulders back toward your knees. Look down in between your feet and just press one heel down at a time, stretching through the calves and the hamstrings. One at a time. Press down right, hold. Press down left, hold. Right. Left. And let's press both feet down, lift up through the abs. Lift up to your tippy toes, and then just kind of walk little tippy toe steps as far as you can up to your feet. Bend the knees. Let your chest just lay on your knees. Like here, we're going to take the hands behind the back, clasp them together, kind of lift them away from the body. And then you slowly lift the hips up and press the shoulders further forward if you can. Your hands do not have to be squished together on this one. You can open the palms up. Let the shoulders just drop down. Let the head drop down. Again, your body can be resting on your thighs here. If you have really good flexibility, you can straighten those legs all the way up. But for the shoulder stretch, just take it to what level you can. You might still be here and feeling a good stretch. And just release the arms down to the ground. Straighten the legs up as much as you can. And just sway side to side. And then we're going to settle into the center. Clasp the hands to the opposite elbows, drop the chin down, and just hold that ragdoll stretch for a few deep breaths. Let all the tension go out of your shoulders. Let it flow out the top of your head to the ground. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. This is a good traction position for the spine. The head is pulling the neck nice and long with its own weight. And we're going to slowly roll up to standing. You can use your hands on your thighs if you need to protect that back. One vertebrae at a time. Come all the way up. Last thing up is the head. Shake those arms out. Make circles to the back. And adjust the shoulders, circling back. Bring it back and hold them there. Nice tall posture. That's your posture for the rest of the day. Great job, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the Freaky Friday workout.